am Sharon Braxton, your host of Braxton TV. I am sitting here with the Olympian, John Carlos, and I want to talk with you a little bit about your childhood. So your dad was a cobbler, entrepreneur, which is amazing, and your mom was a nurse's aide?
Yes.
And you had brothers and sisters?
Correct.
And I want to talk with you a little bit about, in your book you said you born in Harlem, you didn't know that you were black, you were human first.
Absolutely. I mean, I was a human being and looking at life, trying to experience life in terms of why people did certain things. I remember with adults to try and find answers. I couldn't find all the answers. I had voids. I went to religion to see whether I could find answers that way. I noticed the differences in different races very early in my life. So, you know, I was just circumventing my mind in terms of who are you and what's your role in this world in which we live. I think that I had a very strong mom and dad, very protective, very loving, very forthright, I might say. You know, they believed in don't you break the law, you know, don't you break the law, be all American, that kind of thing. But I had to circumvent my mind in terms of why black people were always suffering. You know, we had so many situations where I had a young family friend of mine that his house was, they thought was on fire, and they went upstairs and could see it was just a pot of beans on the stove, and they went through and tore up all the furniture and all the rooms and threw them out the window in the back alley in the front. And when I looked, it wasn't nothing, anything burned, you know. And I had
when you say they, who are you talking about?
Talking about the New York Fire Department.
Okay.
They chopped everything up. Nothing was burned. I had to notify my dad. I said, Dad, why they do that? He was looking at me like, son, it was a fire. I said, Daddy, show me something burned. So these are the type of things that I had to endure and try and find answers, and along the way trying to educate other people as to these things are taking place.
Okay. Now let's go to your teenage years. So you lived down the street from the Savoy in the Cotton Club?
I actually lived between the two.
Okay, so tell me about that experience. You met some amazing celebrities.
Well, the first thing is when I was a kid, you know, my father used to have the poker games and the crap games on the weekends for a lot of, you know, entertainers and players, baseball. And a lot of them would come to my house for the dinners while he was playing poker and so forth, and I had a chance to meet individuals such as Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella, Don Newcomb, these guys.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Well, you know, Frank Sinatra, but the guy that I knew most was Fred Astaire.
Yes.
Because he would come and give a little dance and so forth because of the Audubon Ballroom. We used to be down there playing, you know, cumbias and doing a little song and dance. That was our hustle to help the ladies out of the cabs when they were coming for their affairs at night. So we got a lot out of that, and I remember Fred Astaire tossed us a silver dollar. You know, that was a coin for the kids at the time. And he used to say, I always give you kids a silver dollar because you give a great show for the money. And I think that enhanced me, just that phrase, it enhanced me throughout my career and my involvement in athletics.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm Sharon Braxton, and I'm your host for Braxton TV, and we'll be back.